Does anyone have a question? You know, in the last month or so, the very nature of the meditation is really changing. It's becoming sweeter, it's becoming more loving, it's becoming deeper, more profound. And it's a level that I really have wanted to reach for a long time in my life. And it came about and started happening maybe a month or two ago. And I'm, really happy that, not only that I'm experiencing this, but I can share this with people who truly want a spiritual life, who are willing to come and work on themselves and do what is necessary to build inside themselves a system that makes it possible to have a spiritual life. I was talking earlier, and I had a meditation class here, in-person class with a few people, and I said there are two goals in this meditation. And they're very simple goals. The first one is to truly become a happy person, to truly have a system inside that is so highly developed and refined, that we can live our lives no matter what we're doing and who we're interacting with. We can live our lives with our hearts open, with forgiveness and compassion and everything that really allows us to touch the highest level of what it means to be a human being living on the earth. And, when I was younger, this seemed like an impossibility. And yet, as I get older and more deeply involved in the meditation, it comes as a very real possibility that one can live this way. And yes, there's a lot of insanity that goes on in the world, and much of it, somehow, in one way or another, touches us. But we need a system inside that is strong enough not to allow it to take over, not to allow it to interfere with the real goal of doing spiritual practice, and that's to become a happy person. Otherwise, all of the nonsense that goes on in the world becomes an excuse that interferes with, deep spiritual work. And people have a tendency to use it that way. How can I be happy if wars are being fought and people are in poverty and blah, blah, blah? You understand? Yes, one can be happy because those kind of things, as I've said many times, in my own life, I can't remember when the world hasn't had those kind of things going on. And when I was younger, I also used them as an excuse to not truly building an inner life that enabled me to become a happy person. It's the test of life.
It's 2:00.
And then the other element is love. Family, friends, the jobs we have, the businesses we run, everything is there to provide us with what can truly, give us. Look, why do we earn money? It's supposed to make us happy. Why do we buy cars? Why do we buy houses? The clothing we buy? Everything is supposed to ultimately create a sense of openness and happiness in people. And of course, it really doesn't, only because people are not open and happy in themselves. And it begins with gratitude and begins with truly, it's almost too simple. God is love. We want to like ourselves. We want to be happy. We want to have wonderful lives. And the only thing that's missing from having a wonderful life is an open heart. An open heart is a byproduct of building the chakra system inside that's strong enough to keep it open. Does anyone have a question they would like to ask? Now, what I'm talking about is very simple to understand and very difficult to do. It takes time, it takes practice, it takes training. You have to begin this process by just simply liking oneself. I was worthy, I am born here and I'm worthy of having a wonderful life. I'm born here worthy of loving and being loved, being happy, sharing that happiness with people who are in my life. Being strong enough not to get down on myself and to manufacture myself, all of these things that make me a victim of life, victim of other people. God is love. One thing, look, every rock and roll song, every popular, it's all about love. Finding the right person, loving, being able to love gain, love loss. It's whole popular culture is about. And of course, it's the kind of love that they talk about is something very transient. And the kind of love I'm talking about is truly connecting with a higher energy, with what's infinite in the universe, and having a system inside that can enable us to keep our heart open and to be grateful for whatever takes place in our life. Because whatever takes place in our life is teaching us about us. And if we listen and learn, it'll help us to grow. So we need to be grateful. Does anyone have a question? Flora, are you asking a question? I can't hear you. Are you asking a question?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, I was asking you, moving your lips. I was wondering if you're asking a question.
No, I didn't.
Okay, that's all right.
I can think about a bit. Maybe can I ask
right.
you?
Does anyone have a question?
I can ask you a question. Last night I was in tango and I didn't take my shoes, the good shoes, and it's happening something with my energy maybe. And my question is, not many, they ask me to dance.
I don't understand. You have to.
I think my energy was down. I was not feeling well. And it's because of that, I danced just 3 times. People, they didn't ask me, man, they didn't ask me to dance tango. Can it be truth?
Your energy goes down and all I have to do is tickle you and your energy goes up.
Yes, but my shoes were bigger.
You have to say something sweet to you and nice to you and kind to you. Say the same thing to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Like yourself. Don't get caught up in the energy goes down. It goes down on me too sometimes, Flora. And then I have to tickle myself. I have to like myself. I can't allow it to take over,
Okay. I was, yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask? Okay, so there will be a meditation on Tuesday, same time. As I announced earlier, next Thursday, I have to go to the dentist, which is not my favorite place to be, but I need to get a crown put in. And there's a lot of these Novocaine injections. And so I'm not going to be able to come to the class or teach the class on Thursday. There probably will be a class Thursday evening because by then the medication will wear off. But by 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I don't see any way because she's going to be finished with me at 12 and I'm going to be walking around and I feel like I have a, God knows. But anyway, there will be class this Tuesday and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody. And again, thank you. God bless you. I mean, I tell you, you know, everyone who attends these classes has such a deep place in my heart. And I feel such a gratitude that they're here, they're working on themselves, and they're giving me an opportunity to grow and to truly develop in myself and my life. And I can't think of a better thing that I would rather do in my life than to grow spiritually and finally be finished with all of this stuff that goes on in the world. So God bless you all and thank you. And I'm looking forward to seeing everybody on
Thank
Tuesday.
you.
Thank you, Stuart.
Thank you, Stuart. God bless you.